NFT Nation, the most relatable and reliable NFT and crypto podcast in the nation. I'm your host, Michael Wheeler, here with my co-host, Alex Ferguson.
What's going on, guys?
And in today's episode, Alex will be explaining the potential of Web3 gambling and everything a metaverse casino can offer. So we're going to get right into it, and obviously nothing we say here is financial advice, and we don't exactly condone any type of gambling, but since this is such a big part of the future of Web3 and crypto as a whole, we want everyone to fully understand what the possibilities are. So Alex, just kind of to start off, what exactly is metaverse gambling?
Yeah, so pretty much we kind of all know what gambling is, like at a casino, but metaverse gambling is actually in the metaverse, obviously. So metaverse gambling is where you're actively gambling with other people within the metaverse world. So, for example, Sandbox, you can gamble with people in an active casino in metaverse. So it's pretty much just like going to a regular casino in person, playing poker, blackjack, roulette, all that, except you're in the metaverse.
And that's actually... Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you can go.
I was just going to say that's actually pretty cool how, even though it is the metaverse and it's something much different, it's actually very, very similar into kind of what the real world has to offer, if that makes sense.
Yeah, for sure. So, yeah, the main two right now are Sandbox and Decentraland, but obviously that's going to change.
So pretty much you explained how you can gamble in the metaverse just like the real world. How exactly would like gambling in the metaverse work, if that makes sense?
Yeah, so pretty much I'll be using Decentraland as the kind of casino for right now because it's like the most prominent casino right now. But so pretty much before you can start any gambling or even get into like the casino world, I guess you can call it, you have to connect your MetaMask wallet to your Decentraland account before you can enter, just so that you can get the funds from crypto in there and whatnot. And you have to use crypto. You can't like hook up your debit card and use money from your debit card. I mean, you could transfer it over into the coins, but you have to use crypto from your MetaMask wallet. And the two cryptos that are you can use right now are Mana and DAI. And then after you win, your winnings will be rewarded to you with DG, which is pretty much Decentraland's coin.
So it's kind of like it's kind of like casino chips, if that makes sense.
Exactly.
It's confusing to say, but you're transferring your real fiat money to cryptocurrency and then taking your cryptocurrency into somewhere like Decentraland where you can cash your cryptocurrency in for casino chips. That's actually pretty cool. I like that.
Yeah,
it feels more real. It feels like more authentic, if that makes sense.
Yeah, casino chips was a really good analogy for that.
So, also, you talked about how you can use crypto to gamble. Do you believe that, let's say, any other type of currency can be used? Like, you know how on NFT platform like OpenSea, you can use your credit card, which instantly transfers to crypto, and then do you think like that's kind of a possibility in some of these maybe decentral worlds or metaverse like areas?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I know from the just online stuff, not metaverse, but that you can definitely hook up your debit card and credit card through that. So I wouldn't be surprised if one of these other metaverses will let you take straight from your card or your bank account.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty. That just makes kind of economical sense. Like businesses are going to want to be able to use just as many forms of payment as possible. But you talked about how you're able to obviously play the regular casino games.
Yeah.
Do you think there's going to be any kind of, I don't know, this is kind of like just like a random topic, but any maybe different games, like maybe you play tic-tac-toe with your friend in the metaverse and like gamble on it or something like that? Do you think like that's a possibility?
Yeah, I mean, for sure, if they're able to do slots and roulette and everything, I believe there may be sports betting too.
That would be pretty cool.
I think there's actually sport, But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if there's like little games like tic-tac-toe or something like that that will show up, or like pool or something, or darts.
Oh yeah, yeah, that'd be pretty fun. Especially there's a lot of people get into VR and metaverse just because there's video games like tied to it. And
Yeah.
now if people are gonna be able to just like bet on any type
Wager
of,
on it.
yeah, just wager anything. Like there's a very popular metaverse game, where I think it's maybe like Dice Slayer or whatever, where they stand still and you like slash the cubes in half.
Yeah,
You know
I've
what I'm
seen
talking
that.
about? Like,
Yeah.
say, like, you and your friend, like, bet who's gonna get the most. Like, that's, like, I feel like that's a possibility to me. That's something
Yeah.
actually, like, that can happen,
Plausible.
if that makes sense. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. But, you talked about, like, how metaverse gambling works and how it's kind of tied, or how it's very similar to real-world gambling, obviously. Like, what's your opinion on the future of, like, online gambling and as well as Web 3.0 gambling, because they're both huge markets that have great potential, in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, there's a ginormous market for gambling, and I think that it was a very smart idea. If you just want to stay home, like, I don't like the casino, I just want to do this at home. I mean, and you could
The
do
metaverse doesn't smell like cigarettes. That's all I'm saying. The
Yeah.
casino reeks. Obviously a lot of people have fun at the casino. People make great memories there, but the casino does smell horrible. A lot of the people there are nasty. You can't get COVID in the metaverse. So that's another reason more and more people will want to do this in VR. But yeah, you're kind of perfectly around that topic of staying home and it feels more safe. But kind of carry on with what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, staying home, COVID, everything. I feel like that was a pretty good time for it to come out. And who doesn't want to, like, I mean, I think it'd be cool to be in the metaverse and do it with, like, online. And then also, I kind of believe that's a very good future with the younger generation. But the older generation, I don't think it's going to go well for them, because I feel like they're more rather go to the casino. Why would I waste my time online when I could just go in person?
Yeah, it just makes more sense. Like, older people in this generation are kind of less likely to not even put on that VR headset ever. So really, what's the point? Like, there's really no. If you're not going to put on a VR headset, what's the probability of you doing anything in the metaverse? Pretty much zero. So yeah, I feel like this is especially going to be good for the future. Just kind of like all Web 3.0 topics and kind of anything in the whole metaverse and future space. But yeah, this is kind of like a perfect thing for future generations. Obviously, gamble responsibly. Don't just empty your wallet on slots. I wouldn't say that's exactly the best plan, but gambling's a part of our lives. We kind of have to accept it. People have fun gambling if you do it responsibly, and I think it's obviously a positive thing as a whole. Even though people can lose money, which you can lose money in the crypto market. So, and I believe the crypto market's a positive as a whole. So yeah, just kind of I guess the positives outweigh the negatives, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And then also, I even thought about this while thinking about it. I know that people have questions whether or not, like, the win rates or win percentages will be the same because it's a computer dealing and not an actual person. And I feel like when people hear about a computer gambling for you, I feel like they'll think like it'll kind of rip you off or something. But I was going through Decentraland, just kind of like the small stuff, and it says that there's a rule where you can't rig online gambling. But I mean, it's cool that they put it in there, but I don't really know how you can sort of track
how are they gonna what's kind of the word, enforce that rule?
Yeah,
I think the thing is, especially with the future of places like Decentraland and on like metaverse casinos, people will start to realize what's rigged and what isn't, if that makes sense. Like, obviously the saying is the house always rules, but there's gonna be some cases where, like, okay, I've played this like 10 times, I have not won a single thing. Like, I feel like I should at least win some type of money back, even if I'm negative in total. So yeah, I feel like it's just gonna be like, no one's gonna, like, even in real life, no one's gonna want to go to a casino that's rigged. So no one's gonna want to go to a metaverse casino that's rigged, which will force, I guess you could say, companies or developers that are developing these casinos to kind of switch the odds to and kind of make the community better, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean that's also gambling. You're not gonna
Yeah,
win every time, but
it's gambling. We do it. People do it for fun. People do it for the possibility of making money or making earnings. So you just kind of have to take the good with the bad, and obviously gamble with what you want to do. But you obviously this whole Web 3.0 and the future of metaverse gambling is what you've been talking about so far. And obviously, since it's tied to the metaverse, is there any type of, let's say, NFT connection to these, or how could NFTs be implemented into some of these casinos?
Oh yeah, NFTs are going to be a big part of these casinos. So far, they're going to play a big part in the casino. And all the clothes that you'll wear in the casino, if you want to buy any special clothes, all NFTs. Shoes, shirt, pants, hat, accessories, they're going to all be NFTs. And even some of the casinos now, I'll explain in the future of an NFT that lets you get in, but there's the NFTs will be like cards, I guess, or passes to get into the casinos, so that only those NFT holders can enter the casino and actually gamble.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Especially how, if anyone in the audience has tried to buy any Bored Ape Yacht Club merch, you have to attach your Ethereum wallet to the website just to get into the merch link. Sorry. So it just it's similar to that, where if you don't have a certain NFT, it's kind of like a VIP pass.
Yeah, exactly.
Where you can get in, you don't have this. That's too bad for you. I don't really know what to say, but obviously, we're not going to tell you what to invest in or what to buy, because that's not our job as finance. We are not financial advisors. We are just entertainers, you could say, or you could say influencers.
Like I said before, the NFT collection, Gambling Apes. So that's going to be one of those NFT collections where you have to own them to get in. So those NFTs are the only ones that can give you access to the casino. And this casino will be owned by you and only the Gambling Apes NFT owners. And this Gambling Apes casino will be in Decentraland. And owning one, like I said, like we were talking about earlier, utilities are a big thing with this collection. And you'll be able to come I think it's actually, I believe it's in person, but it will be a Las Vegas party. It's called Go Banana Party. So, which is kind of funny because that's apes. But then that's not the only thing either. You can join the community for free to enter competitions with huge prize pools, poker tournaments, blackjack tournaments, and sports betting tips and chats. So, I mean, this NFT collection has a lot of utilities that come along with it, which I think is pretty cool.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if more and more NFT collections are based off stuff like this. Maybe even sports in the metaverse, or kind of group hangouts in the metaverse, if that makes sense. If you don't have this, you have certain access to both in person and inside the metaverse kind of special events, if that makes sense. And it's good to see. Obviously, we just covered how utilities growing more and more, but this is just another example of what the power of NFTs bring to the people in the communities. But yeah, Alex, do you have anything else on NFTs and whatever, anything else about that topic?
Yeah. So when you gamble at the Decentraland Casino, there's going to be this new thing called play to earn, and so these Decentraland casinos will give you the option to play in order to earn their own tokens. So the more you play, you kind of gain more tokens. And as decentral games, for example, you earn up to 50% of your expected losses back in their own DG token, like I said before. So pretty much you lose, then you cut it in half and you make it, and then it becomes another coin. So pretty much you're only cutting your loss in by half, and you're gaining even more tokens. And then after you get the DG tokens, you can then decide what you'd like to do with that token. You can either buy other clothes and accessories as NFTs, stake it to earn more, or vote in the DOA to become the house, which I think it's really cool because it's like you get your loss, but you can either invest it in stuff.
Yeah, and to add on to that, some viewers in the audience may not understand what a DAO is, which is called a DAO. It's pretty much like a decentralized organization that votes on stuff. It's kind of like a when big companies have like a board of operators, was it like the chief of the board or whatever, kind of like people that come together and decide big movements for the company. That's pretty much what a DAO does. And especially if you want to use these tokens, is just one example, but if you want to use these tokens to vote inside the DAO, you're obviously be helping the network work better and make better decisions, similar to how a shareholder is able to vote on company decisions. But also, like you said, it's great to see that each kind of Decentraland or other type of maybe sandbox, any type of or platform is able to do stuff like this where you're able to give back to your community. Well, I wouldn't exactly call it giving back since they're losing money on your platform, but you're kind of cut it in half. I mean, real world casinos don't do that. But
you lose.
Yeah, exactly. But especially for something like this, it's kind of cool to see, especially when you can able to exchange your tokens for NFTs or like wearables inside the metaverse. It's similar to, or how I kind of looked at it, like when I first heard that, I was like, wait, that's kind of similar to an arcade where you use the tokens from that arcade and buy things you want from like the little gift shop or whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you save, like if you go to Chuck E. Cheese and save 1 million tickets, you can get a race car that will last you 3 days and maybe break, but hey, you still got it. And especially with something like NFTs, it won't break because it's an NFT, so don't have to worry about that.
Yeah. And I think that'll cause a lot more traffic when people realize that that's an option. Like, it only cuts your loss in half. So I feel like there'll be a lot more bigger wages bet in these games.
Especially bad gamblers. Maybe they probably, if you're pretty bad at gambling, you may want to consider not gambling anymore. But hey, if people want to gamble, I'm not gonna like talk them off the hill. That's their decision. Everyone can make their own decisions. But yeah, it's just great to see. And is there any type of, we obviously mentioned like Decentraland Casino. Is there any other platforms that are adding casinos to their kind of metaverse, if that makes sense?
Yeah, so right now there's only really 3 big places where you can play, go to a casino in the metaverse. And like I said, Decentraland Casino before. The Sandbox is opening a casino too. Well, they've already had it open, and then also this last one, which I've never heard before until I was doing this research, and it's Meta Hero Casino. Ooh. So yeah,
Pretty
those
cool.
are kind of the 3 big ones. There's probably a couple other small ones in there, but yeah.
And I wouldn't be expected if more and more platforms open up to the idea of metaverse gambling or Web3 gambling, because it just kind of makes sense. You're able to make a profit off of people, so it just kind of makes sense. Like I said earlier, it makes economic sense for people to invest into these platforms, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I can definitely see a lot more casinos opening with a lot just the casino and nothing else.
And I also wouldn't be surprised if maybe like real life casinos open up their own type of metaverse or VR thing to kind of pull both audiences in, if that makes sense, to kind of hit double on both in world and outside of the real world, kind of profit.
Las Vegas in the metaverse.
Exactly. Las Vegas doesn't sleep, but neither does the metaverse. So.
Neither does the metaverse.
Exactly. So I think you covered everything about the future of Web3 and metaverse gambling perfectly. I mean, I really couldn't have kind of put it any better myself. It's a pretty simple topic to understand.
Yeah.
I don't think this is one of the topics we've gone over where if someone's brand new to crypto and maybe the metaverse and they're still kind of learning everything, this topic would be very easy for them to pick up, if that makes sense, compared to
it's real
like
simple.
Compared to our episode on what is staking or like what is crypto mining. This is very simple. So yeah, I think this is even another reason why the metaverse will grow with more like regular people kind of joining, because it's simple compared to cryptocurrency and blockchains and staking and yield farming or whatever. So yeah, this is especially why I'm bullish on NFTs, because you can purchase them in the metaverse and wear them and show them off and kind of flex, if that makes sense. So yeah, I actually really enjoyed this episode, and it was both simple and educational, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Is there
Where to gamble?
Exactly. Would you like to say anything last before we start heading out here?
Just remember, don't burn all your crypto that you're saving and want to build up in value with gambling, because you will lose a lot of crypto.
Just because you have crypto in your wallet that you want to invest, there's a difference between investing and trying to earn more crypto. Yeah. There's a difference between, this is what we want crypto to be. We want crypto both to be an investment, obviously, because we want the price to appreciate, and we want the use case of where you can gamble your crypto and not see a lot of fluctuating prices go up and down as you're trying to transfer your Ethereum, say, into the DG token, if that makes sense. So
yeah,
obviously understand the pros and cons of both real world and metaverse gambling, and yeah, I just think that's all we really need to say about metaverse gambling for today.
Yeah.
So obviously, guys, we hope you learned a lot about this topic today. If you learned something new and you think it was pretty cool, share this with your friend. Maybe give us even 5 stars on Spotify too. That would be amazing. It really helps us since we are a small podcast. And also, if you want to follow us and get more updates on when episodes will come out, you can either hit the notification bell on Spotify, which will send you notifications on when we drop new episodes, or you can go give us a follow on both Instagram or TikTok, and both usernames are at NFT_NATION_podcast. It's very easy to find. It's the same logo as our Spotify logo. And yeah, guys, we just hope you have a great day, and make sure, please, gamble responsibly. Have a good one, guys.
See ya.